Yeah, good to see you. Now, the number of older couples divorcing is, would you believe, at an all-time high. Figures just released show there are more people in their 60s splitting up now than ever before. Depressing, that, isn't it?
What's the cause? We commissioned an exclusive survey with one poll, and one of the things, in fact, one of the findings was that very few of us would forgive an affair.
Would you forgive your partner if they had an affair or a one-night stand?
In the past, I've probably been a little bit too forgiving.
Never forgive.
Yeah, I'd be the same. That's it, it's done.
Only 8% of people said they would forgive. Are men or women more likely to forgive?
Like to be forgiving, I guess.
I would not give him a second chance. I said, that's it, finito. You broke my heart, goodbye, off you go.
Men are more likely, with more than 50% of women saying they wouldn't forgive their partner. Which age range are most forgiving?
I would never be able to trust her again.
If it was just a drunken mistake, then maybe they're forgiven.
More than 60% of those under the age of 24 are most likely to forgive their partner.
Well, we're joined now by CHRISTINA Young, who forgave her husband after he admitted cheating, and broadcaster Emma B, who says it's completely unforgivable. So, CHRISTINA, coming to you first of all then. Your husband admitted not to just one, but several affairs, and you decided to forgive him. Why?
For me, it was when he first told me, of course, it was a complete shock. It was something that I hadn't expected.
Because you've been married a long time, hadn't you?
24 years,
yes.
Yeah. Had no idea about it. And then, as you can imagine, when you first told, you go into this whole shock thing, then ran loads of emotions. But what I knew is I had to then really put myself in a good space to decide what I was going to do, and which led to me going away for a short while. But for me, I just felt it was right. And I also had to look at why and how I'd been showing up in the relationship. And that probably came from my background of doing the relationship coaching as well. And so it was, I wouldn't say it was easier for me, but at least I was able to...
You had the tools.
The tools, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And you say, Emma, you would never, no one should ever forgive, even perhaps when there are children involved?
Hey, listen, forgiveness as a concept is a good one, don't get me wrong. I'm not some revenge-mad, crazy lady. What I worry about, and relationships fail and good things come out of that, and relationships fail and get back on track, and that's fine. What I worry about is persistent infidelity. Persistent infidelity implies some kind of consent, that it's okay. And I think for some people, not maybe for CHRISTINA, but for the vast majority of people who are at the receiving end of that kind of deceit, that kind of prolonged deceit, to go back and say, it's okay, I forgive you, come back, is an implied consent that it's okay. And for some people, I think that forgiveness is mixed up with their inability or lack of strength because of the way the scenario has played out for them, that it's not a positive thing for them. It might be a positive thing for the person who is doing, who is being adulterous, but it might not be a good or a healthy, strong thing for the person who is forgiving.
That is a risk, isn't it, CHRISTINA, that because of the pain and the shock and the horribleness of having somebody cheat on you, you want them back as quickly as possible. And so the forgiveness might not actually really be forgiveness. And the power has suddenly shifted in the relationship.
It becomes more of a need rather than a positive choice, and I think that's a cloudy issue that could be confused.
Is that a risk, do you think?
I think every case is different, and as far as I was concerned is that, if we were going to get back together, the relationship was going to be totally different. He certainly didn't want to have his old ways. I trust him 100% now.
How?
I don't understand. Because, I mean, hey, look, we all remember Miranda in the Sex and the City movie saying, it's broken, you broke it. And that feeling that special bond that is part of that commitment that you enter into is somehow fractured and irreparable.
But if you both put your cards on the table, and perhaps one partner admits to some shortcomings, another partner admits to their shortcomings, is it not possible that out of that will come an even stronger relationship?
No, I think excuse me, there definitely can be. Yes, of course it takes work. Not everyone is, as I said, is going to stay together. You've got to be prepared to...
Is it not possible that out of that will come an even stronger relationship?
No, I think excuse me, there definitely can be. Yes, of course it takes work. You know, not everyone is, as I said, is going to stay together. You've got to be prepared to give 100%, you know, to work at it, and, you know, each person is different.
Do you think he thought he could get away with it before he came clean? In other words, had you made it clear before he admitted it that it was unacceptable? Or do you think there was a bit of your behaviour?
Isn't that implied by a relationship? I mean, isn't that the unacceptability? I mean, if you get married...
It's sort of there in the vows,
it's kind of
isn't
there
it?
in the vows. You get married and don't go, by the way, there's a little caveat here. If you want to go and have an affair, it's all right by me. It's implied in that commitment that it's not acceptable. And I think, you know, people are all different, but generally, that's what you make that commitment for, is to not do that. And prolonged deceit in any relationship erodes trust on such a level that I'd, slash the clothes in the wardrobe.
Thanks very much.
Well, I think your husband knows exactly where he stands.
Exactly.
Yes, let that be a warning to you.
I'm sure she's joking. I'm sure she's joking. Thanks very much indeed, the two of you.
Thank you very much.
Now, do you need some great boredom busters to help keep the children occupied this summer?
Mining classes, just the answers to keep your kids entertained. Here she is.